Hey Gary, Jake Breen here with Berkshire Hathaway Utah Properties. Just getting back to you on these two offers you made on the Bear Lake Cabins, 184 and 190 Bear Lake Boulevard. My client refers to those as Baby Bear, which is the little home up front, and Mama Bear, and then obviously the big one that you guys did not offer on as Papa Bear. So hopefully you can kind of follow my terminology. Thank you for the offers. We're intending to get you back a counter, but there's some complicated things we've got to figure out. And I'm filming this video because I think this is probably the best way to lay out for you what we would like to try and attempt. So what we need to do is resolve parking. I see that your clients on both properties are asking for additional 3 stalls to be installed. And then one other issue on the shed that is attached to the small property. So I'm going to go over this. Hopefully you and your clients can watch this and then get back to us if it's sounding like we're on the right track. And if that's the case, we'll then write up counter for you guys. Okay, so let me share a PDF with you and show you what we're thinking. Hopefully you can follow my cursor here. So here's Bear Lake Boulevard. And here's where you pull into the properties and the roundabout with the tree in the middle. And please disregard all the colors for a moment. The property lines for the 0.60 acre Baby Bear property is where my mouse is following the black line. Okay, Mama Bear and its lot is here. Okay, 117 feet by 131 feet roughly. And then Papa Bear is here, as you can see. Okay, now, currently there is an easement across Baby Bear, which allows access back to Mama Bear and Papa Bear, but Papa Bear also has an easement dedicated access over here. And typically, when people rent this property, the large one, they're parking cars over on this far side. Sometimes they park a trailer or something here, and then they use parking here. Additionally, when people rent Baby Bear, which you've offered on, they'll usually park here, okay, and Mama Bear here. Now, what we would like to propose to you is a couple things. My seller would like to get a survey done and add this property here, following this green line. We'd like to add this piece, which is currently part of the lot of Mama Bear, to Papa Bear, so that the current front yard and volleyball court that is actually encroaching upon Mama Bear could go with Papa Bear and it would make sense. So number one, they would pay for and do that. Number two, they would like to remove this parcel, this piece where people are usually parking for Papa Bear, and remove this portion of this lot and add it to Papa Bear so that the blue stalls could all stay with the large property. Then this would be the remaining parking that would stay with Baby Bear, and 3 stalls additionally could be added right here in front of the home, okay? The measurements of this area right here are 154 feet by 20 feet wide, and they would propose that 82 feet here is left with this property, and 72 linear feet is given to this property. That would provide 7 dedicated stalls on Papa Bear's lot and 8 dedicated stalls right here on Baby Bear's lot, with an additional option of 3 if you guys would like that to be done. Okay, so we would need to do some lot line adjustments. Obviously, a survey would get done and would make all that specific. My clients are willing to do and pay for all of this if that sounds like something that would be amenable, if we could make the offer contingent upon all this happening, and then the parking situation could be at least somewhat remedied there. There's a few other things I need to bring up and show you. Okay. Okay, there is a shed on Baby Bear that you were wanting to get in right here. If you're looking at the layout, that is 11.25 feet by 10.75 feet. This is from an old appraisal. So the shed is roughly 120 feet. My clients had kind of forgot about it. They hadn't been in it in years. There is a sink in the bed in there. But they are well aware that this place is very dilapidated and that it's got a mold issue. And so we want to let you know that before we start countering so it doesn't come up as a big inspection issue. It is not considered as footage to the house, at least we didn't advertise it as such. And it's actually not, there's some airspace between the shed and the house. So number one, they're willing to just tear down or remove the shed if that is what you'd like done, or they're willing to gut job the interior if you'd like to keep the footage. So we kind of just need to know what you'd like done with that so we can specify that in a counter. Okay, so let me make sure I've got everything else we need to go over. I probably don't need to go over the plats. I think you understand that. So we would like to prepare you a counter. We're not trying to delay. But hopefully this brings light to what we were thinking. And if you could get back to us with specifics on what your clients are or not okay with, if we can figure out parking and some lot line adjustments, I think we can make something work. Thanks, Gary. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.